Good morning, everyone. This is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. If you are not 18 years or older, this video content is not intended for you. I have a project share I've been creating. I've been on this card kick, and apparently I like to make cards. I used to make a bunch of embellishments, but anymore now lately I see that I tend to lean more towards making cards. So I wanted to create some cards for Mother's Day and just, to build up my stash and hopefully try and sell some of my cards because, we as crafters, we spend a lot of money on our hobby, and a lot of times I'll create something and it just sits in my craft room and there's no return. So I do love to craft, and if I continue to craft, my room will be filled with things that I create, and it's just going to be sitting here. So I want to see if I can, start making cards that I can sell. That way I don't accumulate as much, and then it helps with my expenses as far as my craft supplies that I tend to buy, because I want to keep doing what I love to do. So I want to share my cards with you. I've been playing again with some of my Carnation craft dies, and I don't have a whole collection of this one. It's called the You're Too Kind, and I am waiting on some of the things because they have some very pretty sentiments and like a round frame card die as well that I don't own. So I went ahead and ordered that, and I'm waiting for that. But that's the set I decided to play with, and I think I have one out of the package right here somewhere. One of the frames. Let me grab it really quick. One part of it, at least. Here is one that I've been playing with, and it is so pretty. So you get the main die, then you get the largest one would be what you would use to make your card frame, and then the next two silhouette dies would be the mats and layers. So that's one of the things that I have been playing with. And I also have been playing with on the wing, butterfly, and dragonfly set. And what this does, these do have a silhouette, and then they have the die that has all the detail in it. And they do have like 5 or 6 different color vignettes or artwork for them. And I have all of them. Usually you get a free one when you purchase their products. They have one. The original set will be free, and then they do other colors that you can purchase, but they're very economical. I mean, you can purchase all the colors in a bundle and all that. So anyway, I have the artwork for all the colors to this, so I'm going to show you what those look like. I have a few right here that I had been playing with, and I glittered them up. Look at how pretty that is. And I just kind of put them in one of these little boxes. I had made a mistake on my first box, and it was too small, my frame shadow box for my cards. But look at that. So I just kind of put them in here, and you get like you get the larger butterflies, and then you get the smaller butterflies, and then you get the larger dragonfly, and then you get the real tiny one. I know I have a tiny one in here. Let me see if I can. Here's one. Here's a tiny one. And then there is a tiny one. So you get those 4. I didn't cut out any of the silhouettes for them, the layering pieces, because I was going to add them to cards, so I didn't need them to have the layers. But those are, I just cut out a bunch. So that's another one of the dies that I have been using. I don't have this one out, but this one is, again, from the You're Too Kind collection. And I want to share with you some of my cut aparts for that particular one. Yeah. I didn't print out the one that I don't have. They offer some really pretty free background digital paper that you can download, and I just cut this frame out and I didn't use it, but look at how pretty it is. And again, the the backing papers that they give you for free do come in different colors. Here's another one that I cut out, and I didn't use it in my card because I felt that the sentiment was too wide. So I didn't use it, but I will cut that off and probably use this bottom portion. That's why it's still sitting on my desk, because I don't want to throw it away. And then here is the lavender color. It's very, very pretty. And then I'm recording. And then here is a the purple ones. I think this is an iris, if I'm not mistaken. There's the purple one, and it does come with the little tags and layers and all of that. And here is one that's more of a pink one. Look at how pretty that is. So that's what I have been playing with, and I want to share with you what the artwork looks like. When I printed mine out, I didn't have real thick paper, so I printed it out on a thinner paper, but I did the double-sided one so that it would be double thickness. And what you do is you score it down this black line, then you fold it and use a spray glue or whatever type of glue you like, and close it and burnish it, glue it together, and then you layer up your cards and cut it. Now, with Carnation Crafts, they are from the UK, so their dies, their artwork is designed to be printed on A4 paper, so that to save yourself a lot of heartache, make sure you get the correct size paper. And I use an A4 paper that I purchased. I'll put the links below. Remember that when I use an Amazon affiliate link, those are affiliates, so I will make a small commission if you use those links to purchase any of the products that I list from Amazon. Here's another color that I didn't cut out, but I am going to cut them out. And I use a certain paper because I do like Carnation Craft has Pro paper, and that's what you use to cut these out. But a lot of times it's, you know, it's pretty expensive for me to order just paper when I'm out of it and pay the shipping for just the paper. So I have found another solution that I can get here in the US for when I'm in a bind and I just want to create, not just for my design team, but just to make cards that works just as well for me personally. So let me move these. I did share with y'all how to make these frame boxes in a previous video, so I will link that video below in the description box. They were real easy to make. All you need is a paper trimmer, a scoreboard, and glue. That's it. And of course your paper and your acetate. So let me take this out. I love these boxes because they form a little box around the perimeter, and that gives it more strength to protect whatever you have in here. So here's my card, and I actually didn't put the piece in the layering piece. No, I have to print it out because I stamped on it and the sentiment was too big. But look how beautiful that is, you guys. Just with a little bit of glitter on the tips of the wing. I added a little bow, and I think that this little tags, I used the tag that came with the die, and then a different little Spellbinders tag, and I put Mother's Day on there. And they do have layering pieces for the center squares or rectangles that are on the cards, and then of course the layering pieces that go on the flowers. That's why they look kind of domed, because I shaped them, then I add dimensional glue so they'll stay you know, so they won't be flat. And then, of course, this is one of their perfect papers from another collection that I used. The one right behind here is the printed out one. And you can see the wings of a butterfly over here. And I love the simplicity of this, but it looks so classy. So that's one that I created. I have some glitter on here from my, from where I was shaping the dragonfly. Let me see if I can take it off. So there's one. And the card all I did, my video got cut off where I was making the box, the lid to it. And I had already cut it and everything. And all I did, the only thing you missed from that video is me putting it on here, because you do not glue the sides or anything. You just fold your acetate and then you put your lid on your box. That was all that you missed on that. So there's one. And then I created this one with the die that I shared with you and the cut aparts. And this was the first box that I created, and you can see a little opening right there. It's not perfect, but when I did the way I did the video for my second one, it worked out perfect. You don't have those gaps in the corner, so I really like that. And here is the other one that I created. Again, to me, these little tags make beautiful embellishments, because they can have your sentiment on there, and all you have to do is add it to a center of a card, and look at how pretty that is. So simple and pretty. So this one says made with love for you, so it could be a birthday card, it could be anything. There's not a sentiment in this one either, because I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I love this mauve color in here. So pretty. And I did layer add a trim to the perimeter of the shadow box. So that's another one that I created. But my favorite one is this one. Look at how pretty this is, guys. I did add a layer to the perimeter of the box. And I think this one's my favorite, to be honest. This one I did layer the little center square, and my background paper is just white, but I embossed with some of this. I think this is that frontage that has that thick, that bubbles up embossing powder. And so I stamped a few butterflies. You can see one there, you can see a little bit here, and there's one underneath here, but it's like under the wing, you can't really see it. Again, I only added one tag that says butterfly kisses. On that little tag, I added a bow to the center, and I can fluff this up, but right now I'm just leaving it flat because it's in the box. And then I added another butterfly here that I blinged out with glitter. And nope, there's no sentiment in this one either, but I did cut it out. Look at how beautiful that is. It's not glued down or anything because I haven't stamped it, but this will be the layer to go inside this card. See how pretty that is? I know the lighting's not perfect, guys, because it's early in the morning and I'm using natural light because it's the better space that I have for recording. So there is that one. And again, I just used the butterfly dies and the You're Too Kind collection. But look at how pretty that is. This would make a beautiful gift for anybody. And if you didn't want the lid to come off, or before you gave it to somebody, all you had to do is tie a ribbon around it. I think it's so pretty. So I'm going to share my last one with you guys. I want to share some cut aparts first. This is another Carnation craft die, and I will share it with you. And I bought the whole collection of the flowers. So this is one of the flowers. These are all the same, just different colors. And this is another one. And there's still one more, but I didn't cut the other one out. But these do come in different colors. So, see, there's a lavender and then a blue. So I haven't put these together yet. And then I have the silhouettes like this is my card base. This is a layering piece. And then here's another layering piece. And I think you can see what that is. So that's going to be for my mirror cards. And look at all the colors, guys. Here's a gold. So I cut out several. There's a gold. There's a blue. I love this shade of blue. There's a lavender or purple, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. Here's the gold again. I think there's a pink. I used the pink. There's a silver. There's another blue. I think these are all blue. So those are all blue, but they do have several colors. I think it's 5 colors. And then there are the flowers. Let me move these aside, and I will share with you the dies that I use for this card. For this card, I use the magic mirror. I love it. And here is the artwork printed out. Here's the pink one. I've already got it glued down and everything for added thickness. But I haven't cut it out. And normally I would not have done this double-sided. Depends on what I'm doing. But I didn't have real thick paper, so I had to settle for that. But I did find some thick paper that I will share with you, and I will link it in the description box. For those of you who buy a lot of digitals, you want a paper that is made that the ink sits on top and it doesn't soak into your paper, and you lose the vibrancy of the colors, the colors that are used. So I'm going to share that with you. But again, it is an A4 paper, so you would have to set your printer to an A4 paper. Here is that flower, one of those flowers. Here's some more of the just the artwork. And here's that other one, the lifted Lysianthus, and then the climbing camellia. And then there's one more that goes to here, but I didn't pull it out because I didn't use it. So those are the ones that I use for my mirror card. And here is the box to it. Again, I used the flower here. That's all I needed to do. I left a little tuck in. It's not all glued down, so I could tuck in my tags. It says "For You, Made with Love." Again, that little silk ribbon and the little dragonfly. Look at how pretty that is. And I just tucked it in, and it makes a beautiful embellishment. So here is the card that I made with the mirror. Look how beautiful that is, guys. There's that flower. This little one right here was sticking out, and I just trimmed it off and I added it here. And it does come with the "Your Beautiful" word. Here's more of those little butterflies and dragonflies. Here's a little teeny tiny one with glitter on it. And let me share the back with you. You know, mirrors, these old-fashioned mirrors would have very intricate work in the back. So that's what I did here. I cut an oval in silver, and then I cut this in the intricate piece with a foil like a fuchsia. And there's also another piece that I could have put underneath this piece, but I didn't use it. I did have to cut this out several times because I wanted to have the image on the back and on the front. I wanted it to look completely finished, and I wanted it to be thick enough to stand up. So there's several layers. There's about 3 layers here, because even the inside of the card there's the inside of a card. So it's all finished. All I need to do is add a sentiment, and this does stand up. How pretty is that, you guys? I love, love, love this card. But again, I had to use that, do double-sided and cut it out because I didn't have a paper thick enough. But it's beautiful nonetheless. I really love it. And then I have one more card to share with y'all. I hope that y'all like these cards that I've created. So I created this card I did some parchment work. Look how pretty that is. And it says, "You're in our heart." This could be a sympathy card. This could be for anyone that's going through a hard time. This could be a just because you're thinking of somebody. So here is, I used one of my parchment plates. And then I added these flowers right here because I didn't know how to finish it off. So I added these flowers. I remembered that I had this set from Carnation Craft. It's called the MIDI flower arrangement, and they're the perfect size. They're not too big because I have bigger ones from them, and those just weren't working out for me. And then I remembered I had smaller ones, and this is what I decided to go with. And the tabs right here to hold the parchment in place. This is a Nicole Silhouette die that is made to cut a pocket into a card, like to hold a gift card or something. And I cut 2 of them out, and this is the piece that it cuts out and you would normally throw away. Well, I just cut 2 of them out, one for either side, to hold my, because I glued my parchment down there and there. Because parchment, you can see the glue underneath when you glue it down, and I didn't want you to be able to do that, to see that. So I added glue here and here to glue it down, but then I added these little strips on either side so you don't see the glue underneath. And I didn't put a sentiment in here yet either. Made on very heavyweight cardstock. I love the way this looks. I haven't made a box for it yet, but let me share with you what I used to create that. This is a plate from Australia. It's an Australian PCA. It's Parchment Craft Australia, I think is what the company is called. And there's the cross, and then it has the different sentiments I can use. This one had it on top. I moved mine to the bottom, but it is so pretty. I am loving the parchment work. And then this is my MIDI flower arrangement flower set from Carnation Craft, and you get, again, the artwork. You can buy it in different colors, or you can just use the free one that they give you. And here are all the flowers. Oh, I need to cut that out. I could have added that some more. This is the flower that's in those one of those cards that I made. I might cut one of these out and add more layers to it. And then here, it's got 2 different sets of flowers for this one set. So there it is. Here are the poppies. Look at how pretty they are. The daisies. That's the baby's breath, or gypsophilia. I don't remember what this is called. But I really love these dies and working with the parchment craft. And I really love the cards that I created. I hope that you guys are having a great day. I hope that this inspires you to, try and make some of your work that you can sell, because everybody buys cards, guys, and why not buy them from you? Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day, and God bless. Bye.